Hey y'all, this is my Real Housewives of Beverly Hills review. This is episode 18. We opened the episode at Kyle's. It's a little early in the morning, so my Kyle may be off a little bit. Kyle. I think there it is. Okay. Yeah, so we're at her house and she's packing. We see they're going on a girls' trip. She's talking to Crystal on FaceTime, and it's actually a girls' trip organized by Kathy Hilton. They're going to Del Mar. Not too familiar what part of California that is, but I'm familiar with the name. Now, of course, Kyle and Crystal are gossiping about Dorit's last event, and Kyle cannot help herself. She keeps bringing up other people's drama. She's like, oh, well, did you see Erica and Sutton? Did you see Erica and Sutton? They're not speaking to each other at all. Good observation, Kyle. It's because they don't F with each other. And Erica just threatened to sue this woman a couple weeks ago. So next scene, we're at Kathy Hilton's fortress. I mean, her closet, her room looks pristine. She's getting ready for the trip. And then she FaceTimed Dorit. And she's telling Dorit how nice her event was, that she looked great. And she was just wondering about the drama that happened because she's always the last to know. Because our girl Kathy Hilton, she can be a little aloof. So Dorit is updating her on her fight with Garcelle, and she says that Garcelle's making these outlandish statements that she's an outsider. She is one in this group, but okay. And then she's talking about the article where she said the women are coming for her, and now she's wondering if her and Garcelle are even friends now. Now, Kathy Hilton at this point looks like she's checked out because Dorit keeps on talking. You just see her doing Dorit's just talking. I don't even think Kathy Hilton is listening to her. Ooh, Dorit with no makeup is, it's something. Kathy ends the conversation. I don't think she had any type of opinion on what Dorit said. I don't even think she listened at all. I honestly think production was like, can you just call Dorit and ask her what happened at the party so we can just get this shot? So now we're back with Kyle's, and all the ladies are going to meet up there before they go on the trip. The ladies are all going to be in the big van together driving to Del Mar, with the exception of Garcelle because she is filming the reel. So the trip is frustrating already. They haven't even left Kyle's house yet. Kathy Hilton, I guess, left one of her purses at her house. I'm not sure why the producers just can't tell her that she did, but now they're looking for her purse. Well, we do know from this scene that whoever packed Kathy Hilton's bags is now on the unemployment line. Producers are funny because Kyle's like, well, who do I have to call at your house to look for your purse? She just said the lady. So then Kyle is calling Kathy's house. Producers put the lady in quotes as to who Kyle is talking to. We wasted 3 minutes on that scene trying to find her purse. Lord, they better step this episode up. Okay, so it looks like they all drove. Never mind, I thought they were all gonna get in the van together, but they all just drove separately. So they arrived to this property and luxury. The Fairmont at Del Mar, darling. Now, of course, when Kathy Hilton arrives, they put her ass in the presidential suite. I'm wondering, are they gonna show how much it is a night? So now everyone is situated at the hotel. Kathy Hilton has made it so where they can have a pop-up picnic near the ocean. Unfortunately, Sutton can't join them because she's in the emergency room because of her ankle. So we're not gonna have any tension at this picnic. Damn, I just realized this picnic scene isn't gonna have Garcelle or Sutton in it. So there isn't gonna be much drama. That is a beautiful picnic setup. I mean, just A-list all the way. And Kyle messy asks, oh, wait, who's missing? As if it's not obvious that Garcelle and Sutton aren't there. So it's 6 of them by the beach, and then they get a call from Sutton. I'm not sure why Kyle had to apologize that Sutton was calling, but Sutton was letting them know that she's gonna be on crutches now. So they tell her to go and rest and they'll see her later. And then immediately Dorit asks Erica how she feels about Sutton right now. Of course she says she's still pissed with Sutton for calling her a liar. I mean, she is a liar. She lied about the car story. She did. Now, Sutton didn't say that Erica was lying about being involved in Tom's shady business practices, but she's saying that like the story she's telling ain't adding up. And she already lied about the car story the first time. So Dorit asked Erica, he was unconscious for 12 hours, right? And then she's like, yes, allegedly. And everyone, like, you can hear like a record scratch because, wait, allegedly? Like, you're the one who said that he was unconscious for 12 hours. How is it allegedly now? And of course, you see Kyle's reaction, and in the confessional, it's something different. She didn't call it out at the table, but now she's like, what? What are you talking about? You're the one that told us this information. Like, she is so different from her confessional to when she's in Erica's face. So no one is calling her out at the table because, of course, Sutton and Garcelle aren't there. They're just accepting whatever Erica tells them. But let it be Denise. We would have so many follow-up questions. Now we see Dorit in her confession. She says, I think Erica's telling the truth. I just think she's not telling all of it. Doesn't that mean she's lying? Doesn't it? And why is she so afraid to say that? Erica looked like she's getting a little bit annoyed. She says, everyone can fuck off. I know the truth. I mean, she's getting frustrated about her lies. Of course, all the ladies are silent as she's saying this. No one's gonna challenge her. Now we're on the topic of Tom's incompetency, and then producers remind us that just last year, 2020, he was alert, enthusiastic, and engaging. So whatever happened between then and then the headlines, now like he's incompetent, he needs a conservatorship, he needs to be in a home. She's saying that she saw the differences in Tom, and she was the first one to say something isn't right, but the doctors blew her off, his family blew her off. And then she gets back to Sutton saying she doesn't care if anyone thinks that she's a liar, and she doesn't care that she threatened Sutton because she should feel threatened. And you see the ladies' faces kind of like flinch, but again, no one says anything. These women are so scared of her, and I just don't know why. The dynamic at this table is just so different without Sutton and Garcelle there. It really is. This is why they're actually the MVPs of the show, because they hold people accountable and they say what's on their mind. So next up, Garcelle gets there finally. Looking fabulous in all white. Even when Garcelle gets there, she's just asking all the right questions. So we just noticed that not that many people even staying at this hotel. They have most of the hotel to themselves. She's even asking about the other ladies' suites. So Garcelle gets a knock on her door, and oh my God, it is Sutton in a wheelchair. And I love this scene more than the picnic scene already. Damn, so Sutton gets the news that she has to stay completely off her ankle the entire week. So this entire trip, she might be in a wheelchair. Sutton basically says that she's done questioning Erica, she knows the door is closed, so she's just gonna fall back. She's like, if anybody have questions, they can ask her. It's later in the evening now. The ladies are all headed to dinner. We see Garcelle pushing Sutton in a wheelchair. I mean, I know they're friends, but it's just the optics of it. Garcelle's even like, how did I get stuck doing this? As for the fashions, all the ladies look great in black. I thought it was a black theme until I saw Erica. Not sure what I think about this this white swan number that she's wearing. Okay, Garcelle for the ponytail. I'm living for that. So we're 30 minutes in the episode. It's giving filler, but I kind of don't mind because this cast is pretty perfect, and just seeing them do real luxurious things is entertaining to me. We see that the sisters are very late for dinner as all the ladies are waiting on them. They're about an hour late. Kyle feels so bad that she's late, and she's like, oh, they're calling me right now. I didn't want to answer. And Kathy was like, who called you? She was like, Renna. And then Kathy was like, is she your boss? Kathy Hilton's rich ass is like, I'll get there when I get there. I paid for this shit. She's like, they're having a drink. They'll be fine. No one tells Kathy Hilton what to do. Kyle and Kathy finally arrived to dinner. And I love that little callback Dorit did asking Kyle, were you in glam? Kyle rolls her eyes and said, no, I wasn't. Damn, we get another call back. So they passing the bread on the table and Kyle's like, why don't you have a piece of bread? Only if you watched all of Beverly Hills would you get all these references. So the conversation at dinner starts, and I guess everyone gives one word to how they're feeling. Then Erica says fearful, and we all know why. So now we get into Erica's business yet again. So we might be in for a tall tale. So Kathy Hilton says she's anxious, and then Erica asks her why, and she's like, well, I just feel like there's just unsolved issues at the table. Kathy has learned from Kyle very well. So Sutton just goes ahead and says the elephant in the room, like she knows she's beefing with Erica right now, and she explains again why she called the meeting. She was nervous, and Sutton says she's not going to apologize because she was only asking questions. She tells Erica that you really hurt my feelings, and after she says all that, all Erica says is, don't call me a liar. Sutton says, I didn't call you a liar. So then production rewinds us back, and she tells Erica that she lied. So now it's semantics. So if you lie once, does that make you a liar? Y'all let me know in the comments. Eric's like, I don't care if you feel threatened. I don't care how you feel. Erica is so curt with Sutton. She's like, why are you speaking to me? I have nothing to say to you. Sutton is like, okay, Miss Small Town. Please, like, I want Sutton to stand up for herself. And, you know, Sutton's just trying to call out, like, you're being very insulting. And now Erica tells the table, like, their production, I'm not giving this any more energy. I'm done. Kathy Hilton tries to step in as mediator, and she says, I don't think Sutton really wanted to call you a liar. Of course she didn't mean that. Erica does not give a fuck. Lord, and here Dorit go with her pointless nonsense. She's like, well, Erica was being honest today. She said the door was closed on that matter. She's going through a lot. A line was crossed by bringing it up. Sutton is like, yeah, a few lines were crossed. And how does everyone think that I'm the bad guy right now? And then Dorit was like, well, if you let me finish. Girl, we had enough of you. You can't get all your words out for your thoughts, so you stick in your corner and you think about your thoughts. And the way she told Sutton, well, I'm trying to help you. Sutton is like, girl, I don't need your help. And then Garcelle has her back and says everyone is coming after her. And I agree. I don't like the way Dorit is talking to Garcelle right now. She's like, well, you've been in this group long enough. Ooh, like you can see the flinch in Garcelle's face. Like she wants to curse this bitch out. So now we've gone from Erica versus Sutton to Dorit versus Garcelle. Kathy Hilton turns to Dorit like, girl, you still carrying that torch? Miss Hilton, she looks annoyed. She looks very annoyed. And Dorit, you do not want to try Miss Hilton. She will have you whisked away out of this building. So here goes Lisa now, and she's chastising Garcelle about not feeling a part of the group. It's starting to feel a little bit like gaslighting. She's like, well, do you like any of these women at the table? She was like, yeah, some more than others. Like, why are we chastising the only black woman at the table? Does she feel comfortable? I don't understand why they're not asking her, why does she fuck an outsider, instead of just telling her you're not an outsider. So Rinna is saying in her confessional that she doesn't feel that Garcelle is giving reciprocity to the other women like they're giving her. Garcelle then asks the table, who feels that I don't like them? And Dorit says, well, me. And then Kathy Hilton was like, well, I certainly think you like me. I mean, I think about people, do they like me or not? She is the comic relief to a T, Miss Hilton. Anywho, now Rinna's trying to pull that shit on Garcelle, saying, well, you need to be straight up. And Garcelle is like, fuck out of here with that. She didn't say it like that, but she meant it like that. Is she really playing that honest? Just be honest. Oh my God, y'all, we need to start taking shots every time the word honest is said. We will be out by the 45-minute mark. Lisa is really trying it right now. The motherfucking gall of trying to tell somebody to be honest with Erica Jane sitting across from you at the table that's not been honest all season. Ooh, we are finally getting down to the real elephant in the room of why Garcelle feels out of place. And basically, when Dorit was coming at her, no one stuck up for her, which made her feel like she was on an island by herself. Then she finally brings up what I wanted her to bring up, which is she's the only black cast member in this group, and she clarifies that it's not about race, but it can still feel odd, still. And I can definitely resonate to what she's saying. Like, I went to PWI at college, and yeah, me being the only black person in some circles, you still kind of feel like an outsider sometimes. She tells the table, like, maybe do y'all think that it's a little bit odd for me? And then Kyle was like, well, yeah, I thought about it, I just never verbalized it. And she's like, how am I supposed to know that if you don't verbalize it? She's letting them know what time it is. And this is an important scene. Garcelle's been getting very emotional. She tells the ladies, all my life, I've tried to fit in. I was expecting her to say, all my life, I've had to fight. I think I would have lost it if she said that. I know all the black people watching was thinking of that scene. All my life, I've had to fight. But yeah, Erica and the other ladies, they're reassuring her that you do fit in. And she says, well, sometimes I don't feel like it. Garcelle then asked the table, have y'all ever walked into a room feeling like you're the only one that's different? Kathy Hilton Hilton says yes for some strange reason, but then Garcelle was like, okay, well then try that your whole life. And the ladies are definitely taking her words in. And this is the type of dialogue that I wanted to see on Housewives of New York, but we didn't get that. I love this discussion that they're having. It seems more genuine. Oh, and Kyle gives her a hug. Wow. I gotta say, like, this is good. This is good. This is the type of conversation that we needed to have, and it's still entertaining. I'll say Garcelle got very vulnerable just now, and all the ladies at the table appreciate it, even Dorit. And now at least dinner is ending on a good note. Garcelle is writing her confessional. I really feel like she had a breakthrough just now with the other ladies. Like they finally see her. Because they're still rich white women at the end of the day. It's hard for them to see shit. Lisa Rinna, really? It's 11:30. We need to go to bed. Is that what I have to look forward to in my 40s? Oh wait, 50s? Well, I'm at least relieved that Kathy Hilton wants the night to continue. She was just like, oh yeah, why don't y'all come to coffee and tea in my suite? They're like, now? They're on vacation. I don't understand why they have a curfew. So it's the next day. The ladies are having a morning activity, with the exception of Erica Jane. They're about to do some relaxing yoga activity, some nam-yo-ho shit. Am I really watching them just lay here right now? Fast forward. Ciao, Kathy Hilton. So they're relaxing on the mat, and then she just falls asleep. Is anyone even gonna wake her up? They're just gonna let her lay there? Oh, okay, so now we get a reason of why Erica wasn't at the morning activity. Something happened, and of course you have Rinna, Dorit, and Kyle the ones talking about it. So it looks like Rinna knew the reason why Erica didn't join the ladies because of this new article saying that Tom's brother's gonna be taking over as his conservator and they're gonna try to put him in a mental facility. Now, if you've been paying attention to the past episodes closely, like you'll see that Erica lied again because she was saying that she doesn't know about articles before they come out. She does. And of course, in the last 5 minutes of the episode, you have all the mean girls meeting up to talk about Erica's mess. So now she's just talking to the ladies about the article, about Tom being put into a mental facility, how she's distraught about it, she's about to have a nervous breakdown. I really do think that Erica does not give a fuck about the victims, the widows, the orphans, the burn victims, etc. I don't think she cares at all. Y'all notice how from the beginning of the season, it's like Tom is the devil, he's cheated on me, he's done this. And now it's like, poor Tom. I've been married to him for 22 years, he's in this home facility, he paid for my grandmother's dementia. Like, which is it? Which is it? This is so strange now. Like, she spent the entire first half of the season bashing this man, and now it's just all sympathy. Poor him. What about the victims? So it seems Erica is against the idea of Tom being admitted to a mental facility because she still cares about him and she doesn't want him to go somewhere just to rot. Erica then says, you want to know who your real friends are? Go old and broke. And that is where the episode ends. Not that bad of an episode. It was definitely a filler, but it was an entertaining filler episode. And of course, the best moment to me was Garcelle definitely being vulnerable with these ladies and letting her know that she was an outsider. I think we've wrapped the bow on that now, and I think they actually get what she's saying. Like, she's not invisible anymore. Also, I would love to know, y'all, like, do y'all believe Erica at this point? Because I still have friends that believe Erica. Like, believe everything she's saying. So I'm just confused right now. I cannot wait to see the reunion and where this goes. Next episode, it still looks like they're gonna be at the Del Mar location. Definitely can't wait for the scene where Erica can overhear Sutton and Garcelle talking about her. So with that, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the next episode. Bye.